Nazeer. My full name is Nazeer Aval Peedigavalapil. It's a long name. So Aval Peedigavalapil is the family name. So today I'm going to walk you through my 25 years of journey in 5 minutes. It's quite challenging, but it's been. So guys, let me just quickly ask you something. Now, you all use ChatGPT, and you have been hearing about large language model. How many of you really think about how this ChatGPT really work? When you type something, that input, we call it as input, right? And you get that output instantaneously, right? How does that really happen? Have you ever, can you raise your hand? Anyone really thought about it? What happens behind the scene in that fraction of seconds that you get? Next. So what actually happens when you type something, say that explain about large language model as if I'm a 5-year-old child. You type and leave it, right? So what actually happens, those English words are converted into numbers because computer doesn't understand English, right? Computer doesn't understand English language. It only understands 0 or 1, numbers, numeric, right? So they take all these words one by one, explain, large, and then go on. And then actually it brings the numbers, and then they will match the number based on similar words, explain about large language models. So they take these numbers and they put together, and then go next. And then, in school days, we learned about fill in the blank, right? And we know that, right? Fill in the blank, we know definitely. So we predict. So computer predict the next line. Literally, they predict, right? So go on. This is not a ChatGPT class, but there is a reason why I put this. Next. So basically, this is what happens, starting from tokenization to embedding to transformer to prediction to response generation. And why I put this slide, go to next. So I've been talking about AI on stage the last maybe more than 15 years. People talking about AI these days. And the previous few slides, I was with PC Mustafa in 2018. I was with Dr. Kindi, and I remember 2018, Midun Ramesh told me, are you going to replace me? So it was 2017-18. Because I've taken a lot of studies from MIT, I did a research on the history of AI starting from 1956 when Alan Turing wrote a piece of paper. He said, one day computer will think. People called him, are you a mad guy? Can that computer think? He said in 1956. Next. And of course, do you know this guy? Anyone knows this guy? This guy was defeated by a computer. This guy, he's a chess champion, Garry Kasparov. He was defeated by a computer, right? And then he really got angry. He went out with that angerness. So, and of course, he came back. The next round, he defeated the computer. But computer was able to defeat him way back in 1985. And I was fortunate enough to bring him to Riyadh during my IBM time. So why I put those couple of slides, because people ask me after those kind of sessions and after having these kind of sessions, you seems to be an educated person. He seems to have come from a very highly educated family. And I say, yeah, I come from an educated family. And this is the record book of my father. BSc Zoology, rank holder from Talasiri Brandon College. Next. And you saw my father in the previous video. So this was his record book. 1966, 69. Go to next. And he used to draw all these interesting species in that candlelight. You're talking about 60s. Power at home. And then go to next. So it's all, you can see amazing. If you come to my Facebook page, you can see all these pictures I posted. And then on one fine day, this is what he got. He was supposed to become a doctor. He was supposed to enroll for MBBS. And his father was running a restaurant business in Hyderabad for 50 years. It is called Malabar Restaurant. So today's Malabar brand, we created those days, but it is a restaurant, right? And his father passed away suddenly. He had to take over that restaurant business. So finally, his dream, everything got shattered, and he had to take over this business. And people who know me, that, he's a son of Abdul Qadir, why you didn't carry samawar? So people still ask me, why are you not carrying samawar? Next. So my father told me, okay, I could not become a doctor, so why don't you try? So in science, In pre-degree, I took science group, physics, chemistry, biology. So I started sitting on the first row. Day one with a lot of excitement. Professors came. I couldn't understand anything. It was until 11th standard I studied in Malayalam medium from government public schools, normal schools. I come from Murapalangad, Edakad, if you know, we look close to each other in Kannur district. I couldn't understand anything. So after a few days, the professor was talking about something on the stage, on the board. He said, this phenomenon is known as, and where I'm sitting, the last bench. And what I'm hearing, Philomena. And I asked the Aslam, my sitting next to me, why is he talking about Philomena in physics class? So he started laughing loudly. Professor A.V. Muhammad Kunji, he saw us. Come. You both coming from Edakad, right? Edakad is known for Kolkali. So better you guys go and do Kolkali. He expelled us from the class. So he brought his guardian next day, but I was outside roaming around inside and outside like a monkey, outside. So what happens actually in that, no, go back. So what happened actually after the exam, after the exam, I passed the exam somehow. And the same physics professor came to me, which paper you lost? I said, no, I passed the exam. He was really stunned. How did I pass without coming to the class? So positivity, right? My first pre-degree first year, total mark was 10 marks. 0, 1, just like the ChatGPT numbers conversion. But second year, I carried everything. Go very fast. So I went to Bangalore. I couldn't find a job in 1997, 8. I went to Chennai in 1998 to study computer. And you can see my grade, D, satisfactory. There's nothing else after this because I don't understand English. I can't understand English. I don't know any vocab in English. Go next. Then early 99, I landed in Riyadh. This is where I studied English and learned English. And I started talking to people. I was in Jeddah in 2001. I attended classes. Next, keep going. I was fortunate enough to join this company. Anybody knows this company? German company, Aspirin. So I was there for 3 years. They sent me to Germany and Cairo, Egypt to study further. They saw me, this guy is passionate, and I did all these kind of certifications. Move on. You can see, I challenge people that when it comes to number of certifications, nobody, after coming to Gulf country, have taken this many number of certifications. So I proudly challenge. I mean, if anybody can pass, then I was there for 3 years in NADEC, and then I became the certified instructor on this technology on IBM, and I was the only guy in the Middle East having this certification. So IBM actually pulled me from NADEC. So they asked me to join Saudi Business Machine as an IBM guy because there was no IBM in Saudi those days. Next. And then in 2013, I resigned from IBM. I started this company in Bangalore. Next. And last year, I took my MBA as part of my continuous learning. And this was the third attempt. The first 2 attempts I could not complete, because being in Gulf country, family, and completing an MBA degree is not easy, right? So masters is a big barrier for me. Next. And then the same year, last year, I also went to Singapore. I studied strategy, the keyword strategy for 12 months while I'm doing the MBA. So people ask me, how did you do that? So time management. Next. Then last year, I also completed my business coaching certification. And that is why I'm doing strategy workshop and things like that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.